stay from the top. Just tune this a bit. Right. I can't take this now. Let's work on this. We'll get to that. Good. Look, the thing with it is that we have sort of different. Different section with the different technical challenges, and some of them are sort of not standard. Like this first page, this is standard guitar technique. This with lots of slurs.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole kind of approach to it has to be different, and then of course with all this percussions. Then it's another problem. So let's take it like that, like in three very distinct sections, work it like that. Now, this first one, I want to have a much more sense of two voices. That you have one like this, that is very sort of airy, yeah, and sort of accompanying feeling. Then we have the top voice. That one is singing a little bit more, but not punchy either, but it's just a little bit more present. Huh? But the other thing, it's very, very airy. So even this, the very beginning, the percussion, it's gonna come out of it and into nothing, you know. So don't really hammer it so much, just make fingertips. Yeah, very little, because it's going from pianissimo to piano and back, so it's nothing, just a little bit of effect, almost like you know that instrument, that percussive instrument. It's like with like a stick with the seeds inside. When you turn it, it'll,
a rain stick.
Yeah, rain. So you want that sort of feel, but it's not really you know. So play me this mezzo piano. Yeah, once again, let me hear it, that sort of sound. It's too much for me. Yeah. A tiny bit faster. I think if we take it at 58, it's gonna be way too slow, I think. 1, 2, 3. Now this, I don't want you to play, I just want you to do. Yeah, and now play that again so that you feel even tone. That's it. So it blends. So it's not something as you know, that each note is so distinct. I don't want that. Very light. So play me that. Bam, bi, ba, ba, da. Triplet, 1, and yeah, especially pay attention to when you have open E's that are accompanying voice, because here you have this one, which is then you have a E that should be much softer because it's accompanying voice. Because playing from this B.
So this isn't part of the melody yet?
So this one is particularly difficult because of the stretch. Yeah, that's why I don't want. I mean, there's a tendency to play this one too soft. Too strong because it's difficult. But pay attention. What your rhythm here is you have 1 and 2 and 3 and this is quarter note. Bum, dee dee dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this C is equal to 8 notes. That's it. And slightly faster. So when I'm playing. It's very, very sort of meditative feel, huh? No, that. Yeah, it's all slurred. See again, here we have a C, and it should ring over this. Yeah, and when you lift, don't make the noise, don't. Yeah. So, have two-tone qualities in mind.
Thin and singing.
Very, very distinct, okay? And then just move it freely. Even if it's written, and there's lots of, yeah, he has to write in certain measures and so on. But more freely in terms of phrasing that it's more like improvisatory feel, okay? Once again, together. Watch your pull-offs also, that they are not too noisy. That's it. Okay. And then work it like that, even if it is like, one measure at a time, one line at a time, just that you get that sense of different tone quality there, okay? We tune this, okay? Now, there are a few things, notes and so forth I need to correct, so, this one won't go that much in. I have to find another. Maybe. Okay. So, pam, tiradam, tidam, tidam. Fermata. No. That's also bending. So ta ta ya ya tia tia tia. Play me only this. Yeah, feel it? Even we you know, sometimes you can't really hear it that much. That's too much. It's better. Yeah. Once again. That's it. Play this. Da 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 No, this one is not good. Bam bam two. Bend. No, not yet. This is one. Bam bam two. Bend. Bend. Yeah, then we'll worry about this one. So I want much more at this point, much more metric precision. Huh? So if I'm counting, if I put a metronome on, the only problem is that if I put a quarter notes, we can count the quarter notes except when we have like 5, 8. Huh? 80. Then you hear it's quite fast actually. I think I played a little one. Oh, I can't put this one. Let's say, and then 2, 3. I have to add a extra note. Or if I'm gonna subdivide and put in 1/4, 160 for 8 notes, but then it's more difficult to count. And then it's too far. So, no. The point is lower the tempo then, but so that you can nail it down. Let's put it, for example, at 66. And then this is okay, an 8th note. No, this one is not okay. 2, 3, 4. You know what? I want you to end on a B. Like this, listen. 2. Bam, bam, 2. Once again. Bam, bam, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
3, 4, and 1. That's it. 2, 3, 4. Da 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 dum. Tiram tram tram da da dum. Da di dum da 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 dum da 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 da. Okay. Da 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 dum. So, yeah, you have the B has to be on a beat. Da 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 dee dum. Yeah, if you don't play the ornament, you have. So, play with this. What you have to do, look, don't try to read it all, but always try to connect the fast notes to a long note. In this instance, if you have this groove, you see, you know you have to play the B on the beat. So play me B on the beat. Play me C on the beat, C, B, and then, so you get in your system that a B will be on the beat. So again, the C is on a beat, and all this run is on a beat. Yeah. That's it. So I'll play it from here, listen. So this is how I want it. And even if it is, just taking this, because if you rely on a sense of rhythm and then you learn it by ear, aligning to the rhythm, it will stay in you much more than where is it, what I have to do. But in the beginning, you have to do it really so much, really counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 there. 3, 4, 3. Now, whenever you have 7/8 and 5/8, you will have to rework that without the metronome, because we have to so I counted pam pam in the quarter notes, so that I would have this one offbeat. You understand? So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and pam. Because it's not really full 4/8 notes. 2, 3, 4. Now again, we have to establish where the downbeats. Play with this. Ta-da-dam. Yeah. Only this. Ta-da-dam. Ta-da-dam. So you have. There it is. Now feel the next one. Ta-da-da-da-da-dam. Now, this is the beat, D. Play me D. Yeah, and you have all these fast notes before it, which are on the upbeat. Taga taga dam. Taga taga dam. That's it. And then you connect from before. Yeah. Don't go any further. Don't go any further because you still didn't get this in the system to feel. That's it. Then don't go. No, it's not. You're beginning on the downbeat. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-dee-da-dee. Da-da-da-da. Only then. That's it. This is your beat downbeat. That's it. Yeah, it's always sensing which note is on a downbeat. If you mark the notes that are on downbeat and you repeat them and you repeat them, just what is before it, you will feel when it comes. Yeah, now this is a little bit tricky. Now, this, simplifying it, you have a 16-note triplet, 16-note triplet, and then the downbeat. If you put a triplet as a 16 notes, it will be very simple. No, starting from D. D, C, B, flat A. Yeah, that's what you have. Yeah, and then if you slow it down and ornament, then it becomes simple. Yeah. But get into your that it's actually just this. Yeah. You understand? It has to have make a musical sense, not intellectual.
Yeah.
Just look at this. And then what you will be following is this line. Play me this. And then that's it. And then you have yeah. So instead of reading all these, like where are all these notes, so many notes coming through, you are simplifying it. The same like with a Baroque. You have ornaments written out, but when you take them off, you kind of just stay with the skeletal structure of the rhythm. And that's what it is. Everything that it's added, all these fast notes are just the simple ornaments to that. That's what. Yeah, but simplified again. Get rid of all this 30-second notes, and you get. This is the line, because this will be D C D C B A, and then. Yes, and eventually in tempo. let's demystify this one also. Huh? Now, also it's beginning on the up beat, the same as this one. Huh? Now this is play me this. Now play me this. I want from the F. Yeah, so I want you to end on the downbeat. That's it. And no. I don't want you any further. I want you to add just the. Yeah, and now again we have a little bit of a rhythmical. Yeah. Where do we place this? So again, the triplet, I want you to make it only a 60 note. So we have taka taka ta pa pam. D, D, C, the C is down. Instead of thinking triplet, just think mordant. That's it. But play it. Okay. I play it actually. So, play me this. No, this will be easier. Do play C. Pluck it. Tagadadam, tagadadam. So you have, instead of, let's not play triplets, just play this. And then that's it. And the last group is starting from this B. Yeah, now we are starting on upbeat. Ta di di pam. Now, one thing about the left hand is you will have to have it as stretched as possible, and that the pinky doesn't fly away. That's it. So even if you have to then count it in the eighth notes instead of quarters, count in let's do it slower. And anyways, yeah. So don't try to piece it all together until you have a certain parts that you feel. What is on an upbeat, what is on a downbeat. So like for example here, when you're playing, and then the next group, yeah, we ended there on the upbeat, on this beat, but begin from there. Because you will, yeah. Taka tiki tam, tiki tiki tam, tiki tiki tam. Yeah. Because once it settles in that rhythmical proportion, because it's actually really just something very simple. Everything in between is just an ornament. Once it's settled within you like that, then it's not going to be a problem. Then, let's go on. Yeah, that's it. So, if we are counting again, where's the down beat? Yeah, again, stretch the fingers so much so that then you can reach 4-1 without shifting. Yes. So that you don't go left, right. You only go towards 3-1, huh? Stretch the first finger even more when you're doing hammer up. That's it. Play well. Yeah, only one. That's it. And then we have this. Sorry. I actually use 3 fingers there. P, M, and I. I'm fine with that if you want to use that. Yeah, and if we count 8 notes, jump in. That's it. So put the metronome on 8 notes, and everything, you know. Don't even try to play it at 80 for a week or 2. I don't know if we will even play it at 80 eventually, because it's sort of fast. I go to it much later. Take it in a slow tempo until it gets into your blood, that it's, you know. See what I'm doing? PI, PI on the way down. Also here, I put the thumb, especially here. Thumb there. Ta-da-dee-dee-dum. PM. Same thing here, dotted triplet. Forget about it. Just learn it as a simple 60 notes. And then it's so simplify it, and then you will know which beats is a simple. It's just this. Instead of playing one note, you're just playing it with more than. No, this A is tied, so we don't play it. This A is tied. Huh? So again, rhythm. No, the A is not on the downbeat. Dum pa di da di dum pam. Now again we have 3/4. Something is different from one of mine. Yeah. What do you have? What do we have to hear? Yeah. If you play C sharps without anything else, that's what you have to get. Bam, 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 bam. Instead of playing the C sharps, you have the first one, you slide in, this, the other one, and then you play the B. Otherwise, you won't hear it. Or maybe not, depending on how fast as well. Great. So you don't play it actually. You play this one. Yeah, because we have. Yeah. And then you play this one. So play me is pam pa di di di. And then then it's too late. Da da di pam. Yeah, again. And you have to feel ta 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 tam pam. Pa pa ha pam. And you know that it's 1 E N 1. That's it. Those are the four. Yeah. Huh? You break it down and then Here's what is the thing, because this is not 1 2, this is 5/8 measure, because this is 16 and a triplet, and that's 1/8 note, plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So this is a 5/8 measure. So this one, it's this. Whether you do it, he's doing with the first finger. I'm doing with the third. But play this one. No, play this one. Taharam. Play this one. Strum this one. Pluck it. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Triplet, triplet. Bam, 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 bam. So play with this. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. So eventually, when you hear it, it sounds totally like there's complete improvisation. There's no rhythmical structure whatsoever. But it's not the case. You have to structure it like this. Because when the people improvise with each other, what do they have? This. That's what keeps them together. So beat has to be super clear. Alright? And now, let me just... And then there's this pull-off. Okay, I want to only do these 4 measures, percussion, play me there. It's taram, in the same time. This one comes later. That's it. What finger do you use? I use third. You use first? I don't care.
I kind of like adding that one there too.
Yeah, I add that one and I add this one also.
Yeah, I had that one.
That's too much. That's too much. It has to pull off. One, two. Watch your breathing. Very easy. Okay. Now this, I don't want this to happen only with the upper motion of the thumb, because that movement is not that strong. What I do is I use my arm. Use your arm. It's a whole different tone. From here, it's so this is put the thumb on a string, engage it, and engage it and feel. You are tensing it down, but you are pulling with this. Yeah. So every one of these movements, break it down so you can have. Yeah, because that will give you much more tone. Now, again, rhythm very important, or just steady pace, because to me this is like, you know, camels going through the.
Yeah.
So we'll take it slowly. We won't get it to the 8. No, we'll keep it now at 72. Wow, wow. Taking 2 measures out because it's a little bit too much for me to repeat the same. So I'm changing the structure a little bit. So
come back in here.
So the repeat sign, I make it there for the second time. One thing that I do the first time around, the tambora, I play so that the fingers do not get this, you know. On my other guitar, they even do more and slap back. But here, so the first time I played sort of mezzo forte. And then crescendo, and then I really go. Yeah, and then you get all these scratches. But it sounds better. So, let's do it as the second time. Let me hear that. Play me from there. It's a bit sluggish. So it's right off the beat. Yeah. and this one is on a beat, right? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Also here I took 2 measures out.
Yeah. I don't know.
I did those 2. If you want to keep them fine with me, you know. To me it's too much. I like to keep the momentum going because of this melodic feel, and then it comes to something else. So this, again, like the same here, 1, 2, 3, 4 measures are a little bit too much for me. So play me once again from there. Wait. Feel this. You have to kind of absorb also the sense of that measure, of that, just that pattern, right? That group. So it's it just starts off after the beat. Yeah. So sense it rather than think it. That's it. Once again from there. Okay.
Tempo yet, but
this is not a question of tempo. Here, this particular thing, you know what is this? This is the guitarist syndrome, which is our 2 hands want to work together.
yeah.
Pianists have no problem with this. Play with it. And I want much more sound, that it says feroce. Yeah. Break your guitar. No. Here's the problem, Russell. Your finger does this. It's bending across on this one. And I'm just doing it from these. You're doing this. You're put and pull down. Only this. That's it. You see? It's only moving from here. It's not extended from there. Huh? Play them better. Leave them there. Play. Make that automatic. Now focus on the rhythm. No. Just play this. It has nothing to do with the rhythm. Now you listen this, and you think pa pi pam pam pi pam pam pi. That's what your right hand should be doing. That's it. Now you're thinking rhythm with the right hand, not with this one. Focus on the rhythm. Pa ti pa pa ti pa pa ti pa pa. Yeah. It is hard, I know. It took me also a while until it made a click. Just play this. Just play that. Don't associate it with it. Just them. Just play that. Faster, slower. That's it. And now, instead of this, stop. Just do this. Don't move fingers a lot. Has nothing to do with rhythm. There's just like a murmur, nothing else. Just the fact. And you have bum 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 beam bum bum beam bum bum beam. Can you say the rhythm? Bum 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 bum. Keep saying bum 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 bum. Yeah. The more. Yeah. If you speak the rhythm, it's going to be easier because that's what you are busy with, and that's what you will relate to. And this will just practice this one day. This you just practice. So just the physical thing and has no relation to the rhythm, and then say ba 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 ba. No, keep saying it. And that will help. Like that. Because by the time you came to this one, it was all off. Right? But this is how it's going to happen. This is how it's going to be. And you know, I'm teaching you what to do after I discovered it practicing myself.
Because I was just trying to just like.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying in the beginning also. You know, like I can't align. You know, you want to align these together. It's not gonna work, and they don't have to work. So it's just a written effect. But I understand the way he wrote it is you are thinking already. Oh, I have to play the rap.
No, it's not even so much about the pull-ups, it's just like.
Okay, don't even practice the left hand. These. If you want to practice it in continuation, just when you come to this, di da da di da. Di da 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 da. But it's important that you say it. Say the same like with singing. The more we sing, the more accurately musically we will play. Where are you? Maybe from there. Right? 1, 2, and then you have this. Etc. This is your friend. Okay. This transition. So since we have done this at 72, let's continue at the same speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. changes. So now, what it is, it's the equivalent. 80 becomes, it should be 120, roughly. So if we are at 72, this should be what? About 112. Takata, takata, pa pam pam. Takata, takata, takata. So these are now 6/8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then change to 9/8. But instead of parara, tarara, tarara, parara, parara. That's what it is. You understand? So 80, if you think 3/4, it would be 80. If you think 6/8, that would be 120. 76 would be 116. 72 would be 112. Huh? And then what I do when I come to this section, I don't count it in dotted quarter, but actually in half notes. So instead of 112, I would say 66. I take it. Ba-da-dum, ba-dee, ba, ba, ba-da-dum. Yeah. Then I know which one is on the upbeat if I count the whole note. Sorry, I'll play it from the beginning there. So I don't play pizzicato until the third time. I already said, no? So play me from there, actually from here. But this is this kind of bend. Yeah, because this is big triple over 2 beats, but it's actually the same as this. Ta 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 ta.
Slightly worse.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Pam, 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 1, 1. 'Until it gets into your system.
because I like this development sort of. This is too fast now. So yeah. So it is the same tempo as the, you know, the 8 notes are equal as the dance, as in a dance. All right. Yeah, it seems, I mean, in a sense, there's like a lot of work to be done, but it's almost like, you know, doing this, then you don't see the progress, suddenly, puff, there's a breakthrough. And that's how it's gonna be, how it's gonna feel. All right? Okay, let's go.